Hi everyone. Figured I'd jump on today and talk about some of the medications that I've been on since I was with diabetes. Um, Diagnosed with diabetes in 2006 and was on metformin, and it wasn't doing anything for me. My blood sugars were going up and up. And so the doctor put me on insulin. Well, actually, I asked to be put on insulin because I didn't know any better at the time. Um, he did mention that diabetes could be controlled with diet and exercise. Yeah, okay. That didn't really ring with me. It didn't register with me because everything I ever heard about diabetes was that once you get it, it's a progressive disease and you end up dying because you've had amputations and things like that. And that's what I've seen. That's what I've seen in most of my family. I've seen people with diabetes their diabetes progressing to the point where they had amputations and or diabetic related diseases and end up dying from complications of diabetes. I I accepted that when the doctor told me I had diabetes. I foregone conclusion, my family, everybody in my family was diagnosed with diabetes, and it was going to happen to me. And I went into a state of depression, and I ate a lot, and diabetes just got worse and worse and worse, which is what I typically seen from most of my family. Anyway, I continued on that path, and I continued to gain weight for many years. In 2016. Now, at that point, I was on 248 units of insulin morning and night, fast acting, slow acting, and 3 metformin at one point. Now, I'm not sure where exactly I was at with the metformin and the diabetes. I know that at my worst, that's what I was doing to try and control the blood sugar. And my brother kept telling me about this keto diet, and I'm like, keto diet. He said, "Well, it's not a diet; it's a way of eating. You learn to eat better or foods that didn't spike your insulin." I'm like, "Spike my insulin? What do you mean spike my insulin? I'm taking insulin. Of course, it's going to spike, right?" And I was like, I didn't educate myself in what insulin was. Insulin is a hormone that your body releases when it sees carbohydrates, sugars in your system, and tries to use those sugars. And the more insulin you take, the more insulin resistant you become, and that's what was happening to me. I was, like I said, a fast acting, slow acting, 48 units morning and night, according to my pharmacist anyway, because I was taking so much. But I didn't. At that point, I was at the point of not caring about myself. So anyway, he kept at me. He kept at me, telling me about this ketogenic diet and all the things that he benefited from. And then one day he told me he had, the doctor told him that he had reverse diabetes. I'm like, what? What? Reverse diabetes? I mean, that was crazy to me. I'd never heard anything like it before. I never took the time to go and find out or ask my doctor about it, or like, what could I do for me, right? I just accepted it, that I had diabetes and I was going to die, okay, soon, sort of thing, right? Earlier than I should, if all things being normal. Anyway, I started looking into the ketogenic diet and listening to my brother and podcasts, and going on the web, and realizing that we've been told so many things over the years about diabetes and about sugar and controlling it, that we take it for granted. We take it for granted that one of the best things you could do, or a couple of the best things you could do for anybody with diabetes, Diet and exercise. Diet and exercise. Anyway, I haven't done much exercise, but the diet for sure. I went on the keto diet, and the first year I faltered a lot. Okay, um, you know, doing well some days and not doing so well the other days because I really didn't understand. Okay, what keto was or a ketogenic diet was. Anyway, I continued on learning more and more about what my body needed, and yeah, and for some cases, I mean, for most people, okay, it's individualized. I mean, what might spike my sugar may not spike your sugars, but through the ketogenic diet, you learn, okay, what do spike your diet and what you can, sorry, your insulin. So yeah, so it takes a lot of trial and error, to get it right. Okay. And then I got it right. I got it right for a long time. And my insulins were coming down. My amount of insulin I was taking was coming down. The doctor kept taking me off, more and more and more. And then finally he started reducing my metformin as well. And with all of that, all the other medications that I was taking too for the side effects of taking insulin and metformin, or not metformin, but insulin and all the side effects that went along with that, all those medications went away too. I was amazed. All the pain medications that I was taking, gone. Like I was to the point where I had to hold on to the door in the car to sit down into the seat because it hurt so much to bend. Okay. And now, it didn't take long. It didn't take long being on a ketogenic diet to lose most of that. And, the doctor was telling me arthritis and all this sort of thing and whatever. And, yeah, so gradually the insulin came down, and the other medications went away. Like I said, even the medications I was taking for depression, I mean, they were going away too because I was feeling better. So of course, you're feeling better, you need less and less of that medication as well. So through everything being equal, eventually I got to the point where the doctor took me off all my medications. And anyway, I messed that up a bit. Okay, I didn't prepare. I didn't prepare for being medicine free. Okay, so now I'm back on a medication. It's called Jardiance. I don't know, it's backwards there, but anyway, it's Jardiance, and it's a medication that takes the sugar out of your blood and puts it into your urine, so you pee it out. Okay, so the thing is about this medication is that, well, there's lots of things about this medication. One being that if you don't drink enough water, okay, it dehydrates you and you can go into ketoacidosis. Now that's totally different than ketogenesis, okay? So being in a ketogenic state and ketoacidosis, two different things, all right? So as you become dehydrated, if you don't continue a supply of water, you become lethargic and tired and, so many other things. And, it could cause death. So it's not a medication for everybody. But if you are on those medications, please, please, please stay hydrated. Drink lots of water. Okay, you need to drink water. And yeah, so yeah, what I wanted to that was the biggest thing, okay, because I started back on this medication and all of a sudden I become so tired again, like first when I was into insulin. And and so when I went and read the monograph on this thing, and it talks about the ketoacidosis and all that sort of thing, and realized that to avoid that and avoid being tired, which I can't afford to be tired because I've so many things going on in my life, that I have to drink water. Okay, and if you don't drink water, you get dehydrated and you can onset of ketoacidosis. So, yeah. However, again, my blood sugars are amazing at this point, and it's been only just over a week since. Well, actually, I was only on it a couple of days, and it went, to back down to 6 and 7, and now during the daytime. It's like even down 5. It's in the normal range when I test it anyway. I don't know what my A1Cs are going to show, but it's been my experience on this that when you're testing at 5, it's more than likely that your A1Cs are going to be in good range as well. So I'm happy that that's happening, because every bit of sugar that comes out of your blood means less damage done to your cells, and less chance of, you know, infections and amputations and, you know, all those ugly things that go along, heart attack, and all those ugly things that go along with being diabetic. Anyway, wanted to tell you guys about that. The fact that, I was getting very tired, and realized that after reading the monograph that I need to drink water. I need to drink lots and lots of water. And eventually, I'm already feeling better, drinking more water. So eventually, I'm sure, it'll balance out. And and I keep on this pace and prepare for coming off the medications again. That's my goal. Okay, I want to come off the medications, but I don't want to come off and get sick. I want to come off and stay at a normal range for blood sugar levels. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for listening, and talk to you soon. Ta-ta for now. Bye.